Hey, today I'm going to show you a more serious side of myself with a rant race, which is just me talking, basically, which is not going to be funny. So I think the only way I can make it funny is if I do the whole thing like a cowboy. But I'm not going to do that. So, today's rant is about school. Something that irritates me and I have to deal with, like, every day. Reasonably every day. Respectively every day? I don't know. But, a lot. So, school. Let me tell you my problems with school, my issues, if you will. The thing about school is, it's just... Teachers call it your job, parents call it your job. Some parents even call it your life, which I think is a little intense to dedicate your entire life to anything, to one thing. That's just, whoa, have a hobby. But, seriously, 1 minute. Okay. I was gonna say, school, it's not your job. If it was your job, first off, you get paid. Second, if you do bad at your job, you get fired, not flunked. Third, if you don't like your job, you can quit and find a new job. It's not a job. School is far from a job. And even, you know, it seems like your boss never gets fired at school. Your boss is there to stay. But, so, there's that. But what I don't like about school is, you know, they plan it too much around academics, which I know seems like a good idea, but they treat us like adults when we're not. And some people have the maturity to deal with that, but I'd say lots don't. So, it's like they expect us to go to bed on time and wake up early enough to not just go to school, but look reasonable, look decent going to school. Decent is my, like, trademark look, and it takes no less than 30 minutes to do, if not more. So, you can't just walk in PJs every day. Well, you could, but you wouldn't get the best reputation that way. It's something to school. There's a lot to it that just makes me think, why would anyone ever consider this a job? Except for teachers, I guess. But I think my biggest fault with it is the grading system. More like degrading system. Bingo. Edline, we all know what it is. We all hate it. Edline is just, it's killing people on the inside, because parents are updated constantly with grades, and every 0 is grounded for a month, and every little problem is, oh, that's not good, let's talk for hours until you can't get another A, stuff like that, you know, that's just lame. But more importantly, the grading system is focused on you failing. The whole idea of trying is that you won't get a 0, but the real honesty behind trying is the intention to fail, in theory. If you try your hardest, you're just failing. You gotta just do your hardest, I guess. I'm not the best at this whole philosophy thing, so bear with me. But Let's see. Okay. Sorry, staying on that. Yeah, but school's like, if you fail, you have to retake a class. Failing is getting like, I think about 60% of your work, or 60% of perfect, which, you know, perfect shouldn't be anyone's aim. You shouldn't ever, like, be tempted to have all 100s. They should pass, like, a 60. They shouldn't pass less than a 50, but I'd say passing a 60 wouldn't be, like, lethal to the future of the world. I think grades, really, should just be suggestions, you know? And homework shouldn't be, like, deciding factor. And same with, like, homework should never be worth anything. It should be practice and solely practice. I'll admit that people who do homework get better grades, but there's things you have to do at home, so you can't do homework. There's things that people have lives outside of school. You don't usually take your work home with you if you have a real job. You work, you go home, and you enjoy the fruits of that work. But no, school treats it like you work, you go home, and you enjoy the work of that work. It's just, I'm just another kid complaining about school though, you know? And the problem is, if I ever wanted to change anything in the school system, I'm not gonna grow up to have that kind of power because I don't get good enough grades. It's a circle of just logic. Circle of you can't do it-ness. It's not a word. Point is, now I'm not saying that I'm doing terrible in school. I'm not doing great, but I'm just saying, you know, lives to live that don't belong in school, I guess. If you got something from this, thanks, I guess. That's it. Could you imagine if I made a whole video like this?